so there's one thing that I saw in the Writing Center that I really thought was a great idea, and I know a lot of students have trouble with synthesizing their research, and this is called a research matrix, and I thought it was such a great idea. So here's an idea that you might be able to use a technique to synthesize the research when you have to write a paper or when you're working on your dissertation or doctoral work. So basically, you have a topic that you have to research. And so what the Writing Center says, after reading multiple articles, this writer has identified 3 major themes. And that's what you want to do when you have a paper. You want to just come up with a few key themes and go very deeply into them, as opposed to just kind of hitting everything but the kitchen sink with this idea, that idea, this idea, that idea, right? So just 3 themes, and then connect them, go deeply into each one and the importance of each one, and then put them all together for the implications, right? So here's what this researcher came up with, this writer, around anxiety in graduate students, that there's multiple roles. Doctoral or graduate students have multiple roles that they have to play. The relationships, there's things around the relationships that they have with their loved ones and friends, and then the classroom environment, right? So then what this person did was they kind of made note of each of the kind of key concepts from their different sources. So one concept around multiple roles is that they not only are students, but they're expected to teach if they're at the doctoral level, right? Or that students report feeling pressure to prioritize academic roles over health, financial security, and personal relationships, right? Or they have to balance, or they have problems juggling research and financial. So we're hearing kind of the same thing a little bit here as well, right? Under relationships, personal relationships can suffer, as you all know. Socializing is not a priority. Graduate students can be detached from cultural events and social events, right? And then on the classroom environment, classroom contests to debate arguments could lead to extreme anxiety, or anxiety over finishing large projects and meeting deadlines. So these are kind of the 3 key big ideas that this writer came up with. Now what they're going to do in their paper is they're going to introduce those 3 key themes, and then they're going to write about each one in 1 or 2 or 3 paragraphs or multiple paragraphs, that key theme, and they're going to use this information, these ideas from their research. And then they finish one key theme, then they go to the next one, and at the end they pull them all back together again and discuss connections, implications, and so forth. And notice that they've also captured their source information. So I think this is a really nice way. And just remember, when you write a paper, it's not about just throwing all kinds of ideas and concepts on the wall like spaghetti. It's about coming up with some key ideas and going very deeply into those key ideas and supporting those ideas with research. And this is I thought this was a really great way to synthesize what you've learned in your research. So I hope that's helpful. Thank you.